Okay, and more practice. Drag tiles to complete these statements about the way information is transmitted in your brain. The something takes information away from the cell body. Who remembers which part of that neuron takes information away from the cell body? Yep, axon takes information away. And something is a specialized cell in the brain that transmits information. So this is actually the cells themselves. Should be neuron. Then something brings information to the cell body. Yep, dendrites. And information from one neuron flows to another neuron across a synapse. Okay, so on your paper for more practice number 1, we can just write the words down in order. So axon, neuron, dendrite, and synapse. Okay, and then for number 2, label the diagram with the appropriate brain structures. Okay, so this big thing right here, what's that? Yeah. Okay, for B, the bigger leg. No. That's going to be the axon carrying information away. And then C, this is bringing information to. And then where their legs touch, where the information transfers, is over the synapse. Okay, so on your paper, draw me 2 little cells with legs coming out of them. Label the cell body, label the axon, label the dendrite, and label the synapse. And if you give me a really crappy drawing, then you get a big fat 0 on the whole assignment. I'm just kidding. Just do your best. I will give you 500 Monopoly dollars if your drawing looks better than mine. Why, Gabby? You can't copy off of my beautiful drawing? All right, let's move on to number 3. Mia uses a pattern to create figures with building blocks. The first 3 figures are shown. Assuming the building pattern continued, how many blocks would be needed to build the 6th figure? All right, so we're given figure 1, 2, and 3. So let's make a T-chart. And we have the figure number. And then we have number of blocks. Figure 1, 2, 3. All right, how many blocks is that in figure 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Figure 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Figure 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so on all right, Alan, you think you got the answer? We have to find the 6th one, right? So probably easiest just to go 4, 5, 6 and continue our T-chart. What's the change that's happening right here, though? The change from 8 to 13 and then 13 to 18. Going up by 5. So we should be able to continue the pattern going up by 5. So this will be 23, 28, 33. Good job, Ellen. Study the pattern above. What features of the pattern remain the same? Select all that apply. Okay, do the figure numbers stay the same? No. How about the 3 blocks on top? Did those stay the same? Yes. So for number 4 on your paper, write down 3 blocks on top. How about 5 blocks in each row, except for the top row? Does that always stay the same? Okay. So let's write that down on the paper. 5 blocks in each row. Oh, on your paper, you should be writing down this one here, 3 blocks on top, because that stays the same. And you should also be writing down 5 blocks in each row, except for the top row, because that stays the same. Okay, and then numbers of rows of blocks. So figure 1 has 2 rows of blocks. Figure 2 has 3. Figure 3 has 4. So it looks like the numbers of rows of blocks is changing. That's not the same. And then also total number of blocks. Well, we already counted them up. So the total number of blocks changes with each figure. So it's only going to be those 2 that stay the same. The 3 blocks on top and the 5 blocks in each row, except for the top row. Okay, for number 5, Kendra and Joni view their math intelligence in different ways. Kendra doesn't think she can get smarter in math, but Joni believes that she can get smarter in math through effort. What might Joni do? Select all that apply. Okay, so which ones of those you guys think you can do to get smarter in math? If you don't do your homework, that's a good way to get an F in math. Should you study hard? Okay, write it down. Write it down, write it down, write it down. And should you practice solving problems that you already know how to do? Yes. But if you're doing work that you already know how to do, are you actually learning anything? It's best to sit with. Well, true, but what if I asked you what 2 plus 2 is? And then every day I asked you what 2 plus 2 is. I mean, if you know it, right? Okay, so if you want to write down practice solving problems that you already know how to do, go right ahead. I'm gonna knock you out for that one. How about practice solving problems that are very challenging? Yes. How about ask questions when you don't understand? How about do your homework? Hey, question for the person that said a big no. What's your grade in this class? Oh, okay. So apparently you do your homework then. How about the last one? Skip the difficult problems on your homework. They'll only confuse you. Power through it. All right, so I have on my paper it's blurry. Study hard. Practice solving problems that are very challenging. Ask questions when you don't understand and do your homework. Okay, we good? Move on? All right, number 6. If Joni uses effective strategies such as studying hard and tackling challenging problems, what will happen over time? Yep. Okay, so on your paper for number 6. That's why I labeled this mental abuse of humans. That's what I do. Mm-mm. Okay, for number 6, you should have written with enough practice and focused hard work, the concept and problems will get easier for Joni. Okay, for number 7, the reason that the concept and problems will get easier for Joni is that her brain will change when she challenges herself. That's how she gets smarter. Which of the following are true statements about how the brain changes when you get smarter? Select all that apply. Your brain creates more pathways or connections between neurons as your understanding increases. What do you think? Mm-hmm. Your neurons get in sync, meaning they easily talk to each other. Yep. Your brain grows more dendrites. Mm-hmm. Information flows more easily across connections between neurons. Yeah. So for number 7 on that's right. All right, for number 7, let's just write all are true. All right, remember that Joni and Kendra view their math intelligence very differently. Joni studies hard and works on problems that are very challenging for her. Kendra studies for the same amount of time as Joni, but she focuses on solving problems that she knows she can do because she doesn't believe that she can do the harder ones. Which brain most likely represents the activity in Joni's brain? Yeah. All right, so for number 8 on our paper, should we write Joni is lit up? Or I don't know if that'd be school appropriate. Um, Joni is lit. All right, why not? Okay, so on your paper, right? Joni is lit. Kendra. What should we say about Kendra? I don't want to call her dumb. We have to say something semi nice for Kendra. Kendra needs more practice. All right, Kendra. Kendra needs to work harder. Try to keep it as school appropriate as possible. Joni is lit. Kendra needs to work hard. right, number 9. Over time, Joni works hard and eventually understands the new math concept. Kendra is still confused. Joni shares how working on harder problems helped her get smarter. Kendra decides to work on problems that are very challenging. Which of the following statements are true? Select all that apply. It's too late for Kendra. She's dumb. No. She should work harder at the beginning. Now she'll never get it. Is that ever true? Is it ever too late to learn a concept? No. It's never too late. How about the more Kendra? All right. How about the more Kendra challenges herself, the more connections between neurons her brain grows? Yeah, that one's true. Okay, so you should be writing down the more Kendra challenges herself, the more connections between neurons her brain grows. Sure, we'll go with that. Turn off all the lights and see what happens. How about the third one? Over time, Kendra will get smarter in math. Yes. Kendra's brain will grow more dendrites and make stronger connections between neurons. Yep. Suck it up, you're fine. Okay, make your brain turn them on. How about the last one? Because Kendra is a teenager, she missed her prime time for learning and getting smarter. No. Well, Troy, you're just a special one. That's right. If you can actually get it done, Troy, I want a video of it. All right, so the last one, just because she's a teenager, she hasn't missed her prime. This is the prime time for learning when you guys are teenagers. All right, so on my paper, I have the more Kendra challenges herself, the more connections between neurons her brain grows. And over time, Kendra will get smarter in math. And Kendra's brain will grow more dendrites and make stronger connections between neurons. My sloppy handwriting. All right, let's move on to number 10. Now that you have seen how important effort is, let's see how much smarter you've become about this topic. Drag the tiles to show which statements are true and which are false. Math is different from other subjects. You can learn new things, but you cannot get smarter in math. Through focused hard work, you can get smarter. Even though some people may be born with more natural ability in certain subjects than others, they still have to work hard in order to use their talent. Mhm. When things are difficult, that is a signal to increase your effort and try strategies. Mhm. Okay, so on your paper for number 10, write all of that down. Just kidding. Just write down false, true, true, true. Okay, that was it. There was only 10 in that one. Okay, so with your notes from more practice and guided assessment, you can take pictures of your notes and submit them into Canvas, and I'll give you half credit. Or if you actually went in and did it, you'll get